Let me tell you one more story. One weekend, Pastor Garrett was leaving the building and he got introduced into a family that really wanted to see if they could speak with Pastor Brent just briefly. So Garrett runs back inside. He's able to connect with Pastor Brent. He's leading him out there to this family. And the second that Pastor Brent sees this family, he recognizes a young man. He's got two sisters standing right there next to him, right by his side. And he's a young man named Lane, and he's got cerebral palsy. Pastor Brent had seen him at a live night before, remembered, man, he's got such a sweet spirit. And the sisters are standing there and they're just so attentive to their brother. And Pastor Brent approaches them and, begins to speak with them. And these two sisters say, Pastor Brent, Lane really has something he wants to share with you today. Well, because Lane has cerebral palsy, he can't verbally communicate. What he does is he uses an iPad and he types sentences out one letter at a time. And then he presses play and you'll hear a voice read the sentence. So he takes about 10 minutes, letter by letter, slowly and intentionally, to type out a sentence. And Pastor Brent leans down to listen to the iPad. And his sisters say, hey, Pastor Brent, he's about to press play. He presses play and Pastor Brent hears the words said, I asked Jesus into my heart today. And then he continued to type. Again, minute by minute, letter by letter, slowly, just waiting. Presses play again. He says, thank you. Pastor Brent said that this was a moment he'll never forget. It touched his heart. And as I look at this photo, I can't help but just see why the church exists in the first place. You see a family wrapped around this young man. You see a pastor ministering to this young man. You see a young man who has a heart for Jesus. He's asking spiritual questions. He wants to know, how can I be a man of God? And through this, God continued to work in Lane's family. Because now his sister has heard from the Holy Spirit. She wants to be obedient. She wants to be a woman of God. She takes her next step and she gets baptized. Let this perhaps be an encouragement for you today. I don't know about you, but sometimes I look around and wonder, in the big and the dramatic and the loud moments of life, God, where are you trying to show up? But it's not always in those big moments. Yes, Moses raised his staff and the Red Sea split, but when Elijah was on the mountain, God came in a whisper. And as I think about Lane slowly typing on his iPad, God was in that moment just as much as any other, moving slowly and quietly. He can do the same to you today.